here for the channel real quick, and then I'll get off of it. All right, because I got a somewhat decent gameplay. So yeah, we'll get going here. Alrighty, hey there guys, Adrian Costa here, aka Jetterbone95, coming at you guys with an Eagles team gameplay for you guys. We just got a bunch of cards for the Super Bowl promo. We got about like 5-6 plus cards, so offensively we'll start, Jordan Mailata and Jason Kelce, they're offensive linemen. Really, it is what it is with them. Now, Travis Kelce, I know he doesn't play for the Eagles, but the EA decided to give him Eagles chem as well as give Jason Chiefs chem because it's the Kelce Bowl, I guess. No idea. 97 speed, 98 catching, 96 acceleration. Travis Kelce was actually pretty good overall. I think in the gameplay you're going to see he actually did get a receiving touchdown. This Travis Kelce is pretty solid. I think he's one of the better tight ends in the game, especially with his one of his abilities being a 0 AP route tech. You also could get 0 AP short in or 0 AP mid in. I would prefer the route tech personally, just because it covers every single route, and obviously you don't have to be in specific areas for them. Continuing on with offense, guys, we got Miles Sanders. I used him at third down running back today. I actually think Miles Sanders is not bad. For a 96 speed, if you don't want to use guys like Keith Byers, or you don't want to use guys like LaShawn McCoy, let's say, because your shade is outdated, Miles Sanders is actually a solid running back to use because, he's somewhat fast with 96 speed, top of the meta speed right now. With team chem boost, obviously. And then acceleration being 95 is pretty solid as well. But for his abilities, this is where he definitely is probably his best. He does get short and elite for absolutely free, as well as second wind. And then for his other ability bucket, guys, he does get running back apprentice. So if you're not using Hot Route Master, running back apprentice on Miles Sanders, probably a good pick for him for the 1 AP. And speaking of Hot Route Masters, let's talk about this Jalen Hurts. Now, honestly, I think this Jalen Hurts isn't as bad as some people probably think it is. I don't know necessarily for certain. I only was able to play one game before I had to get off because, unfortunately, there are people that want to get on this account as well. But Jalen Hurts, 97 speed, 99 throw power. Don't have the strategy item yet for the Super Bowl to get that 98 speed. But Jalen Hurts' abilities are definitely what's holding this card back from being a top-tier quarterback. Now, I used Pass Lead Elite, Fast Break, and Hot Route Master on him. In my opinion, Gunslinger is an absolute necessity. It's because it's the same release as Russell Wilson for Jalen Hurts. And if you're not careful with the release, if you don't have the Gunslinger, the ball does kind of take a little bit to get out. And I had a couple of times in the gameplay you're going to see where I just could not get the ball out. Or if I would have got the ball out faster, it would have been a touchdown. So it's unfortunate with that, but Jalen Hurts definitely is really, really good. I just don't think really can justify running 6 AP on him for the 3 best abilities in the game. But make no mistake, Jalen Hurts is still pretty good. He also does get every single NFC team chem. So if you're, like, say, on the Dallas not a Cowboys team, say you're a Commanders teamer, for example, and you need a quarterback upgrade, you could use Jalen Hurts until you get a upgrade to your quarterback position, be it a Carson Wentz or whoever it is that the Commanders get for quarterbacks. I think they actually have Mark Brunell, if I'm not mistaken. I could be, I'm wrong about that. Defensively, though, guys, couple of new cards. First off is this Kaiser White. Now, Kaiser White, I actually don't like this card because of a couple of reasons. Like, these stats look really, really good, right? He has 96 speed, 98 acceleration, 92 block shed, 94 finesse move. And he also has like 94 zone and 90 man. So what is wrong with him, you may ask? The 84 change of direction really holds this card back from being one of the better users in the entire game. I definitely did notice it on the field when I was using him in the gameplay. The 84 change of direction was just not there. Like, he was having a difficult time getting around. And then his 90 agility doesn't really help out either. So Kaiser White, I'm not really a fan of this card. Definitely still going to use him on the Eagles team though, but I'm not a fan of this Kaiser White. Next up, we got Josh Sweat, who was a 94 overall for the Eagles as well, because they all, you get it. 93 speed, 97 excel, 95 finesse. Josh Sweat, really good overall budget pass rusher. Does get the same ability. He has better abilities than Hassan Reddick. as he has the ability to get both speedster and double or nothing for 1 AP. But if you want to run him at on edge, you could put edge threat on him. I wouldn't say run him at rush DT because he doesn't get inside stuff, unfortunately. So there is that for Josh Sweat. Next, we have Avonte Maddox, who was my MVP in this gameplay that you're going to see. I love this Avonte Maddox card. 97 speed, 98 acceleration, 99 zone coverage. I love this Avonte Maddox. He played incredibly good for me today. In the game that you're going to watch. And a lot of people are going to be drawn away by 5'9". I can assure you, again, I've talked about this with guys like Quandre Diggs. Height is not that big of a deal in this game. Like it doesn't really matter that much. The only thing that could probably take you away from this card is the fact that he doesn't get deep out KO. But also to counterpoint, I would say he's a slot corner, definitely. So you would much rather have him at slot cornerback than have him at outside corner. Pardon me. And then the last card we're going to talk about is this James Bradberry. I was very disappointed with this James Bradberry. I'm not going to say he's total trash, but in the gameplay that you're going to watch, I was incredibly disappointed with him. He gave up like 2 or 3 big plays down the middle of the field against a guy that had no business even completing a fucking pass in the first half, and quite honestly should have had his ass beaten into the ground. But you know what? It is what it is. But James Bradberry, stats-wise, looks really, really good. 98 speed, 97 acceleration. Also has 99 zone, 99 press. Like, he does look good. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's just, he just did not have a good game that I played with him. But James Bradberry was definitely not his best today with this game. With this gameplay. Now, who knows? Maybe it is just the fact that he was just not playing very well, but overall, Bradberry definitely was a bit of a disappointment for me overall. Now, moving forward with this team, I honestly don't know what I think we should do. I would like to actually say we should sell Jalen Mills because he is going for about 1.4 million coins right now. And obviously that is a lot of coins. And you could easily probably find somebody to replace Jalen Mills for a cheaper price. Or you could just forego James Bradberry until he gets a redux because he's like 800K right now. And, that is also very, very expensive. But overall, a lot of new additions to the Eagles team. I think that they are all very, very good for the most part. So, but with that being said, enjoy the gameplay. All right, as we get into the top threes, guys, unfortunately, his top 3 was not able to be shown. But for my top 3, guys, it was a blank, James Bradberry, and Jalen Hurts. I believe the other one was, I think it was, I can't remember who it was. So he starts off on offense. So first and 10, he tries a deep bomb over the middle of the field. And right away, we already get a quick stop as Brian Dawkins is over there to pick the ball off. And we get a decent return out of it back to the 33-yard line. So already great start to the game as we do get a nice pick there to start the game. Now, first and 10 here, I know for a fact this is man coverage because I literally said on stream, if this isn't man coverage, I don't know what is. You see Travis Kelce fry on the corner route. We get a nice good pass lead to Travis Kelce out and away. And we get a good chunk of yards there. We almost get like 25. So first and goal here, we get him in with a bit of a read option here, and we take it in with Jalen Hurts for the rushing touchdown. So first 2 plays of the game, already up 7-0, and you know what? We're feeling good after the first defensive stop. So first and 15. After that, we take the drag route underneath. He tries a big bomb again. This time, Avonte Maddox is there to pick it up. This man, Avonte Maddox, was the MVP of this game. I absolutely loved Avonte Maddox today. If you're wondering why he was on first and 15, he did take a delay of game. I don't know why, but he took a delay of game, and I accepted the penalty. So whatever. First and 10 here. Now, this play right here, I saw the deep post get separation. Unfortunately, though, because of the slow release of Generic 3, Sean Taylor is able to make a play on the ball. If I did have Gunslinger, I absolutely would have scored that for a touchdown. And that is why I said in the intro, Gunslinger, in my opinion, on guys like Jalen Hurts is an absolute necessity because you can get the ball out so much faster and you can get it to your deeper routes a lot quicker, along with not just the pass lead, but the throwing animation increase as well, as we do get a hit there on the scramble from Cooper Griffin. So second and 10, after that, he goes to tight end attack. I play cover 1. He goes deep down the sideline to CeeDee Lamb. Unfortunately, he does not complete it, but Darius Slay does not come away with the ball, sadly. So we're looking at a 3rd and 10. So 3rd and 10 from the 16-yard line. Definitely trying to get a stop here. Just trying to do my best to get one. He does take a hit there. I believe that was Hargrave that got to the quarterback. If not, that was Reggie White. One of my interior rushers, I believe that was Hargrave. So 4th and 10, definitely playing a lot more, take everything down the field and shit like that. This time, for some reason, though, this happens. And I don't know what the fuck just happened there. We're playing cover 2 with the soft squat match and vert hook match on, and we even put a deep third in the middle of the field to cover up any seam routes, and that just somehow happens. I don't understand. I'm actually very angry that even happened. But 1st and 10, we get a deep pass down the field to Quez Watkins on the streak. There we go. 1st and 10 from the 26. We take the flat to Travis Kelce. Gets about 20 yards with run after the catch. So 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Definitely looking to see if I can score here with either Travis Kelce or AJ Brown on the slant. We find Travis Kelce on the zig route, and he gets in for his first touchdown of the game, basically. And I think that was the only touchdown he scored. We were very diverse in offense. I made sure to get all the gameplay guys involved. Guys like, not just Travis Kelce, but, Jalen Hurts with a passing and a rushing touchdown, as well as guys like Miles Sanders, who you'll probably see later. You'll see him later on. Absolutely. So 2nd and 10, again, going for empty verticals. This guy, again, he absolutely loved this play for the most part. I don't know what happened, though. I feel like halfway through the game, he gave the controller to, his brother or something, and he just ended up, playing better. As right here, this time Bradbury lets that up. For whatever reason, I don't understand. It was a bad throw, but I mean, it's Madden. What do you expect? This time he goes to a high point. Again, we can't fucking pick that off because high points are just so overpowered. And it's just crazy to me how fucking bad this game really is at times. 2nd and 15, he takes the drag route to Antonio Gates. It's crazy because this guy's team was not very good, but for whatever it is, and it's not like he had a good scheme either. Guy was completely brain dead on both sides of the ball. But for whatever reason, this guy was in position to tie the game up here at the beginning of the 2nd quarter. 4th and 2, he drops way too far back, but he's still able to find an accurate ball on the backside dig and is able to score the touchdown. Unfortunately, he goes for 2, but does not get it, so we're tied at 14 after that. But yeah, as you can tell, me in the gameplay, I'm pretty PO'd because this dude should not have been converting any passes, in my personal opinion. His offense was garbage. It was just mind-blowing to me how he was just able to move the ball. We find the nice floating pass down the sideline to Quez Watkins once again. He takes a big hit, but does hold on to the ball, luckily, with Sean Taylor. I thought he had like a forcer or something. 1st and 10 here. We call it a nice stick play. We go to Devonta Smith on the out route this time with that stick route. That stick option play, in gun doubles from the Broncos, and I think Broncos and Packers playbook. We try and get him with a read option. He does get a good click on, and he does lay a hit on Jalen Hurts, so pretty big hit there. So 3rd and 7 from the 13-yard line. We just, take the check down to Miles Sanders. He whiffs on a couple of tackles, and we do get the first down with Miles Sanders with him out of the backfield. So very efficient offense. My only mistake, the only incompletion I had was that post to Hurts that I brought to Devonta or AJ that I absolutely would have converted if I had the gunslinger. Here we get Miles Sanders on the handoff, and he takes it in immediately for a touchdown. So we got Travis Kelce with a passing touchdown, with a receiving touchdown. Miles Sanders with a rushing touchdown, and then we got Jalen Hurts with a passing and a rushing touchdown. So overall, really good gameplay for the guys on offenses. We should have absolutely had that with Brian Dawkins, but if you don't have pick artists, you very rarely more often than not, you won't catch the ball. 2nd and 10 here, he tries another deep pass down the field. We're there to break that one up, though. Again, this guy 4 for 14, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Why? I just don't know why this was even a fucking game. It really bothers me that, you could be that bad, but still be somewhat competent at times. Right here, that one is my own fault, though. I will take responsibility for that. I should have used that crossing route to CeeDee Lamb. But unfortunately, I did not, and he does pick up the first down, and he's down to the 46-yard line. So, again, not really great, but we could definitely still get a stop here. We can just get it just before the end of the 2-minute warning. We might be able to get some points on the board, as he does go to the underneath route, but we are there to tackle him to make a 2nd and 3. So 2nd and 3, definitely going into a no huddle. He has no timeouts left because he did use some of his timeouts, I'm pretty certain. Definitely, trying to also use her Kaiser White as well, as I do want to get in, some user with the Kaiser White card. And, as I talked about, I don't really like the card. I don't think he's very good overall, personally. I think he's just not the greatest. Right here, he tries, again, the deep shot, but it gets popped in the air, and Avonte Maddox, again, comes down with the interception, and he does bring this back. We do actually get a decent return out of this. Instead of going down in the end zone, we go down to the 34-yard line. So 1st and 10, want to try and get at least 3 before halftime. We do drop back. We find just, a Devonta Smith on the drag. He tries to hit stick, but for some reason he misses, but for some reason we trip over the guy on the ground, and he does. I have to burn a timeout. So 2nd and 4 here. I'm trying to get, a deep passing concept going. Definitely trying to look deep down the field. Absolutely great coverage by my opponent. I try to scramble, ultimately take a sack with Justin Simmons, and we are forced to burn another timeout for a 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 here, we just could not get this open. We probably would have had a touchdown again to Quez, but unfortunately can't get the ball off with Gunslinger, and sadly, we have to punt. Now, right here, this made me think that he passed, this person that was playing originally passed his controller off to his, older brother or, his sibling or whoever, and his friend, and said, can you play for me, because I have no idea what I'm doing, because this guy draws up a match beater at the end of the quarter to tie the game up at 21, and again, that was something that I don't think he would have ever thought of, even if it was, if it was the original person playing. So again, that's why I think he gave the controller to his friend, which is fine, whatever, but it's still kind of hilarious. So 2nd and 3 here, motion over Devonta Smith, try to see what he's in, and maybe disguise our play a little bit. We do get his inside zone handoff with Miles Sanders. He actually does get a decent amount of yardage. I think he got about 7-8 yards. So we're down to the 40-yard line on this 1st and 10. Step up in the pocket, try and fit Kelsey with corner route, but he actually does make a nice play coming back to the ball and getting the catch. Was afraid that was going to be an interception here, but don't worry, we get a bullshit interception on this play right here. As again, he's in man coverage. We throw this ball to Kelsey thinking he was going to separate. Somehow, though, that Adrian Wilson does not get burnt, and he does get the interception. Now, that Adrian Wilson is probably the team of the week one. And that dude has 92 speed with 91 man coverage, which is fine and all, but Travis Kelce has 97 speed with 97 route running, which doesn't make sense as to why he was able to get to that, but whatever. We threw the interception, and we're back on defense. So 2nd and 15 after a delay game. This time he goes to the drag route. This is absolutely confirmed for me that this is not the same person that I was playing at the beginning of the game. This is a completely different person. So 3rd and 1. It'll probably be the last time I mention that, obviously. So 3rd and 1 here, we go to we send a little bit of pressure there. We don't send pressure on that down. It was this down. Send a little bit of pressure on this down. We played cover 1 on that. We do get the hit. Here we send a little bit of pressure. He finds just enough time to hit the guy over the middle of the field, and he does get the 1st down, which unfortunately sucks because I feel like I should have had that. Should have had a stop or two by now. This game should not have been close, in my opinion. But 2nd and 3, he finds the curl route over the middle, which does give him the 2nd and 3, which, good pass by him on that one. So 2nd and 3, I do try to lurk, this slant, these double slants. For some reason, Rodney McLeod does not jump, or neither does Kaiser White. They don't jump for the ball, and so unfortunately, they do give up a 1st down on that play, which I will never understand. Right here, though, James Bradbury absolutely should have came over and made a play there, at least try to knock that out, but he does drop it. So 2nd and 10 from the 26-yard line again. Here he tries the deep post, but Dawkins, and I believe that's Jalen Mills coming over and laying a nice, yes, that was Jalen Mills, coming over and getting a nice hit on the knockout. 3rd and 10, he goes to a screen with CJ2K, but I think Reggie White is there to pursue that and get the stop in the backfield. So 4th and 14 here. Absolutely needs to get this conversion here. We call match quarters here. I believe I have my match turned on, so yes, it is match turned on, so he does come across. You see the free safety coming across, but he doesn't get the ball off as he does take a hit, and he turns the ball over on downs. Definitely was a bad decision. I would have probably kicked the field goal to go up. But here we go with Keith Byers on the stretch. He does get, he got 14 yards. Obviously didn't really play much with Keith Byers this game because we were trying to get some gameplay in with Miles Sanders. Was hoping to get more than the one gameplay in, but I felt like this was probably going to be the best gameplay I had today. But after that play, though, for whatever reason, he disconnects from the game right about now. And that was the end of the game. I don't know what happened, but he just disconnected. Probably turned off his console or something like that. I have no idea. But with that being said, though, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this Eagles Theme Team gameplay video. And if you did, hit the like button below and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. But until then, I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.